most of the things, especially when you want to kind of influence people to like you or to trust you, which is very important when you first meet someone, it's very much about body language. And I think some of the things, we don't even think about it, but I'll say to watch out for these things from now on and just look at people how they communicate, and you'll notice these little things.
Cool.
So the first thing is what they call the eyebrow flash. And this is basically when people come up to each other, they see each other across the room, they do this very it's a millisecond of it's not long because otherwise you look creepy. But
So
it's
like a raising double, right?
yeah, it's
double.
it's not a double one,
okay,
but it's just one.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
It'd be like,
Yeah.
if I just saw it, I'd be like,
Yeah.
Was that it, or was that a double?
That was a little bit longer because you're thinking
I'm
about it.
exaggerating it.
Yeah. You're thinking about it right now, and but we don't even think about it. It's a completely unconscious thing that we do. And so when you come up to someone or you're walking someone on the street, and if you do that to them and they don't do it to you, you kind of go, you don't really like them. And if you do that to someone across the room and they don't respond, my advice is if you want to talk to someone, try sending that signal. Don't stare at them or be creepy, but just to this, make eye contact, this initial flash. You kind of slightly put your head up. Men do a bit of a chin jut with it. And if they don't return it, they're not interested in talking to you.
wow.
But if they do return it, then they are open to more communication. So the next thing is what they call the head tilt. And that is, people tilt their head to one side, they'll tilt it to the left, they'll tilt it to the left. Even dogs do this when they feel kind of open to communication with you.
So that's a good sign, a head tilt?
Yeah, a head tilt is a good sign, and it's something that you want to do if you want to appear friendly to someone. And it's showing your carotid artery, right? So if you tilt your head, you're exposing your neck, which is saying, I'm not a threat and I'm not threatened by you. If you're a man and you keep your head quite straight up, women find you a bit more intimidating and less attractive. So women and men who tilt their head, and you don't want to be like,
Always.
It is a vulnerability, isn't it? Because I just saw Sam tilt his head and he just doesn't look as scary as normal.
Yeah, it is. We find we rate people more attractive. We would rate them kinder.
That's what
more
you're picking
open.
up.
Yeah, I was like, gee, he's looking good.
Thank you, my friend. Thank
That
you.
head tilt.
Okay, back to the creepy
Yeah.
statements she was
Yeah.
mentioning before, guys.
We don't even think about it. So, and another thing is when you initially meet someone is mirroring body language. And this shows that you're kind of in rapport. And so, we'll nod our head at each other if we're in agreement. You tend to just match people in their body language. If someone doesn't match your body language, you feel there's not a connection. And if they're purposely not doing it, they're probably being a bit put off by you.
Okay.
So these are things to look for, and there's things to kind of do to initiate connection and trust.
Okay, well, that's good for people you've never met. And there's got to be more than body language, right? Are there things we can say?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, after this, we're going to go there with Caroline Cranshaw.
We've learned the eyebrow flash, the head tilt, and we're getting on to, and a little bit of mirroring too. We did mirroring as well. Now it's influencing people that we haven't met. So I'm kind of putting this into the perspective, Caroline, of a job interview. Is that not fair?
Yeah.
You
for the stuff we
hesitated,
have.
so I feel like I'm
We
wrong
have.
now.
No.
Other way around.
Well, those are things you do to influence people you've just met or you haven't met yet. And now we're going to talk about how to influence people you already know.
Like your boss.
Right.
Yeah.
For example.
Okay, so number one, ask for a favor. I know that sounds counterintuitive, but if just something small, like can I borrow $5 or, just anything small.
Really?
Sam's face is like,
you got any money?
what?
Yeah, because then if they can actually do that favor for you, they feel good about themselves. But then there's also this law of, I always get this wrong,
Reciprocation.
or reciprocity or anyways, if you do something for someone else, they feel like they owe you. And it's that whole when they you invite them to your party, they feel like they have to invite you to yours. But that also builds connection. But it's the more you can kind of do that. You obviously don't just ask for favors all the time, but try to give favors as well. And this, they feel indebted to you and they feel like they owe you.
Is that why you're always borrowing money off me, Sam? So that I can owe you back and the connection stays.
So, but it works. Yeah, I think they feel they have a positive feeling about you. The other thing is give compliments. Now, Kiwis are funny about compliments. I find they really deflect them. A good way to do compliments, and I find Sam is a master at this, is compliment that person in front of other people. Do you notice that? Yeah.
What did I do? When did I do that?
You do it for me, which always makes me go, oh, Sam's amazing.
Oh, wow, I didn't even know
you
I did
always
that.
you'll compliment me as you open for me, and
I
that's,
called you a witch on the opener.
Caroline sees,
Isn't that a
sees it as a
compliment?
compliment.
She's fine with it, mate. She is fine with it.
So I think it's that when you introduce someone, it's pay them a compliment in front of other people, and people love this because it's kind of raises their social status. It makes them feel good. The other way to compliment someone is to compliment them to someone else when they're not around, but you know that they would probably relay the information that you've said.
Right.
And that's
tricky.
a really, so if you want to influence your boss, start telling people around the office you think he's amazing and he's doing a good job, and it's that, and it gets back to them so they hear this secondhand, and if they don't, it goes through or it doesn't go through a filter that it normally would, because you think, oh, you're just sucking up.
They'd have to be legit compliments, though, eh? Because could it
Absolutely.
that backfire if you were fake?
Yeah.
Like, for instance, you couldn't compliment Dean Buchanan on his shoes. Terrible.
Yeah, that's being facetious.
Big boss of the company. Great move from Sam there.
Yeah.
Sam's going to be asking for $5 later. This is so fascinating, Caroline, and I know there is more to get through, really. So there's an article that's going to be going up today, thehits.co.nz. If there is somebody or people that you need to influence in your life, go and check it out. Caroline, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Caroline.